I want to talk a little bit about aloe vera because it came up. My daughter is using it over the break and my son uses it. Everybody uses aloe in this house. We have aloe plants all over the place. And so I thought, oh, what a good thing to talk about today because it's also on sale on the Naturally Inspired store. Buy one, get one free. So let's talk about top benefits of aloe. Everybody thinks this, right? Skin healing and repair. That's what everybody thinks. Sunburns, minor burns, cuts, scrapes, wounds. Of course, it even works on acne. And it encourages collagen production in skin and hydration, right? Because it has polysaccharides, enzymes, and antioxidants that speed healing. So kind of everybody knows that. But did you know that it's good for digestive support? The juice, right? So the juice that you can buy, when properly processed, aloe helps with digestion. So it soothes the stomach and intestinal lining. It helps with acid reflux or gastritis, supports gut inflammation healing, and can aid mild constipation in gentle doses. It also works as an anti-inflammatory and immune support. So aloe contains compounds that help calm the immune response, helps reduce systemic inflammation, provides antioxidants, vitamins A, C, and E, supports immune signaling, and tissue repair. This is one I didn't know. Oral health. Yeah. So used in natural mouth rinses, it can help with gum irritation and inflammation, canker sores, and just tissue healing in your gums in general. It can help with. So that's awesome. I didn't know that. Here's another one I didn't know. Hair and scalp health. So obviously it soothes if you have itchy scalp, but it helps reduce dandruff. And it also conditions hair without buildup. So you can use it as a conditioner on your hair. Supports scalp circulation and follicle health. This is one I did know. Blood sugar and metabolic support. So it improves insulin sensitivity. It supports blood sugar balance. It helps reduce oxidative stress related to metabolism. So it's supportive. What else? What else do we need to know here? You want to make sure that you get a good source. Of course, we have one on our website right now that is wonderful and toxic-free aloe. You can go to naturallyinspiredstore.com. Just click on the December deals, and the Modere brand of aloe is available for purchase. But these are the plants that have been put around us. You know, the medicinal things that have been put around us, just on the earth, natural. And these are the easy things. Like these are things that everybody should have in their house, and hopefully moving forward as we come to this realization that we have way more power over our outcomes of health than we've ever been led to believe. We've been led that our genetics will doom us, that it's idiopathic. We don't know why these things happen, all of that stuff. But the truth is you have a lot more power over your health than you think you do. But it is about developing a lifestyle, right? Instead of pharmaceuticals in your medicine cabinet, you should have an arsenal of different things, tools that you need in your household. I've been living this way now for, I don't even know how long, right? Years, decades. I don't have pharmaceuticals in my house. I'm not saying I would never take them. There's a time and a place for pharmaceuticals. Emergency medicine is fantastic, as I always say, but it should not be the first thing we reach for. Understanding that your body is always communicating with you. It's communication, right? They call it symptoms. I call it signals because it's a signal. It's a communication. And we shouldn't just be reacting to that communication without thought. We should be responding to that communication, right? With the intent of decoding the communication. What is this telling me, right? Why do I have acid reflux? Why do I feel like I'm carrying around inflammation? These are the questions we should be asking instead of, how do I shut this up? How do I stop this? What do I need? What do I need? I do believe that, because I've done hundreds and hundreds of assessments, and spoken to people for years now about their health, about what they do in their lifestyle. And, as we kind of peel back the layers of what's going on in people's health journey, they'll know, oh, the doctor told me this, and I knew that wasn't right. I knew that wasn't right. I knew it wasn't that. But I didn't know what else it was, so I went along with it. That is your inner intuition. Nobody is more qualified to understand what is going on in your body than you. Yeah, maybe you don't have a medical degree. Maybe you can't diagnose it. Maybe you don't know the, technical term for it or whatever, but you know what's going on in your own body. You know it. When someone says, oh, I think it's this, you're like, I don't think it's that. I don't think that's what it is. You know. It's a matter of tuning in and seeking to understand. Instead of reacting in fear of the signal, lean into it. What are you trying to save me from here? Right? What are you trying to save me from here? So things like gut inflammation, acid reflux, those types of things, that is a signal. And that's very much inflammation, right? Angry inflammation. And it's time to cool and calm things down, right? How do you do that? Well, you've got to change your diet, right? Ultra processed foods, big thing. If you're still drinking soda, God bless you. I don't know how you are, but you got to get off that stuff. It's wreaking havoc on your stomach. And then you got to take a look at some of these prescription meds that you're taking too, which also can wreak havoc on your stomach and your gut microbiome. So, if it feels like fire, then we match that with coolness, right? If it's hot, we gotta put out the fire. So I always think of like protein and, high healthy fat diet that extinguishes inflammation. That puts it out. Sugar, we know sugar fuels inflammation and keeps it hot and fiery, right? Just visuals. The power of visualization when it comes to your health, I think, is highly underutilized. You've got to have a picture in your mind for your health, because this is the driver, right? Your brain is the driver of this body. It takes you where you tell it to go. And if all you're thinking about is, oh, I've got so much inflammation, this is painful, that's painful, why is this inflamed? And you have no vision for health, how do you expect to get there? Right? You have to build a vision for it. So, plenty of space in naturally inspired community. It is never, I say start today. I say don't wait till, I'm going to start in January. Oh, I'm going to start in February. Like today's a great day to start. You can start today. But start, because again, all this stuff we've talked about today, the fraud is everywhere. It's everywhere. And, it's not hard to get swept up in it, in this predatory model. And most people who I talk to, who are dealing with things, I wish I could go back, wind the clock back for them, where they just maybe made some different decisions, because it is a lot of times it could have been, a birth control or a medication or a surgery or something that triggered, multiple things. So anyway, stock yourself up. You need tools. You need wellness tools. You can get them. Take advantage. Liquid Aloe Vera Special 2-for-1, naturallyinspiredstore.com. Thanks so much for joining me today, everybody. See you tomorrow.